quiet. They asked like one question the entire tour. I was like, okay.
Oh, this is a nice shop to hear.
You just kind of wheel around in the back. We're just going to wait for them to move forward, and then once they get out of this building, we'll keep walking through.
I want a wheel. Can I just take a wheel? I want a wheel. I need a
They're not gonna let you do that.
Hi guys, I'm David. I met a couple of you this morning. Good morning. Is it
Hi,
morning?
Dave.
No, it's afternoon now. Good afternoon. So this is the amazement shop. We got this just a couple years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. It used to be an auto store / shop. I'm not quite sure. But we're going to be taking you through a couple different shops. This is the B&M shop, then over to the aero shop, and also the paint shop. Yeah, you want to introduce yourself? And
My name's Larry Shivak. I work in the maintenance division here. I've been here 11 years. Background is control systems. I was hired in. I work with the control systems. Now I'm responsible for the controls and ride maintenance. Any questions?
So B&M shop, Aero shop, you're going to have an RMC shop?
It'll be split up between one of the three. One of the three will get those trains. So the main shop you were up in through has mostly the intimate coasters. So Dragster, Maverick, and the Millennium. And then B&M over here. We actually do the Valraven trains on the track at the ride itself. And then over here they have the Rougarou trains. They've done the Gatekeeper. And then in the back of the shop, you'll have Gemini, Mine Ride, and Magnum. And we haven't figured out where we're putting the RMC trains yet.
The question is, like how some of the wing coaster, the storage, they have like the roof over, like at Dollywood and Six Flags Great America. I'm just curious why the Gatekeeper does not have a roof over it. I've always been curious about that.
Let's see. We would have loved to have a roof over it. It would have been a bad idea. We don't have any roofs. I mean, Mine Ride's got a roofed area where we store the trains. We're obviously colder, so if you have a roof and you're down in Florida, you can work on the rides right there. So we're a little more challenged up here because you've got to make the condition in there workable. We did do it for Valraven. It took a lot more effort and a lot more thinking than we did. I mean, just simply, running water, you got a bathroom, what do you do with these guys? Heat and everything else, propane runs out. I mean, we didn't. So, it did work out for Valraven. Not quite sure we could have been able to do it for Gatekeeper. Much longer and bigger trains. But the roof wouldn't have been a bad idea. They would have been, the third shift would have loved it. If it rained on third shift, they would have been able to check that. Any other trains in the storage track, the third shift would have loved to have a roof on them. So, we now have an enclosed building for the RMC trains. And there again, the Valraven trains are really short. And they don't have quite as many bogies. It's turned out to be an advantage to us, but not an enormous advantage. Let's put it this way. It's not, I don't know if it'd be possible to do with a Millennium train or something, the size of it. Any other questions, anyone? No. Anything, go ahead.
How many pounds one car for Rougarou weigh?
Oh, Tony will be probably better off answering that question. To be honest with you, I don't know.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, Tony, I bet you Tony knows, or he'll have a better approximation of that number than me.
all right, it looks like Tony's ready for us, so we're going to walk through. You're more than welcome to take pictures and video, but please do not touch anything or trying to climb any cars.
Oh, darn.
Actually, no, I was actually here till 2:30 today, so it's not.
Oh, there you go.
Today's all overtime, but
Yeah, oh yeah.
but 8 hours or until 2:30. Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Fantastic. All right. My name's Tony West. I'm one of 3 full-time ride maintenance foremen. My responsibilities are all of the B&M coasters, Wicked Twister, and the 2 children's coasters, Wilderness Run, Woodstock Express, and several of the smaller rides and not so smaller rides. So what I'll do is I'm going to take you through my part of the shop up here and show you what's going on. I have Rougarou and Wicked Twister in the shop right now. Gatekeeper's finished. Just finished up on Monday. The last couple cars that are ready to be shipped to the park are out in the parking lot, tarped up, so there's really not a whole lot to see. So if you'll follow me, and kind of show you what's going on.
Hey Tony,
Yo,
how much
yes.
is like one car per Rougarou weigh?
Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with the weights of the units themselves. Completed and taken apart. Yeah, that's one thing I don't quite have.
Okay.
Anyways, the first car here is a Rougarou car. You'll see that this one's pretty close to being finished. The wheel assemblies, otherwise known as the bogies, are ready to be reinstalled and sent back to the park.
Okay.
Over here to your right is the shelves which contain all of the spare parts. There's several shelving units deep. So there's several thousand parts here. Okay. To your left, these yellow units here, these are the Wicked Twister magnetic brake assemblies. If you're standing along the fence in the summer watching the train and everybody's screaming and having a good time and watching the trains launch, you'll see these retract up into the track, and then you'll see them extend back down on the last pass to stop the train. 14 total units taken down every winter, disassembled, tested, put back together with new parts, and reassembled back on the track ready for another season. Monumental task, quite a bit of work. To your right, 2 Rougarou cars that are completed with the exception of the road wheels. If you'll notice those aren't out, we're still waiting for some from the manufacturer, but they can still be shipped back to the park and put back on the track. Wheels can be added afterwards. On these pallets here on the floor, these are hydraulic components for Witch's wheel. The first pump, the gray one, is the lift pump, which raises the main boom. The black pump is the hydraulic pump, which spins the whole entire center. Those are cleaned, ready to go out to a hydraulic company to get refurbished. To your left, Wicked Twister. These are the first 2 of 8 cars that have been in the shop. These just came in the beginning of this week. They are in the process of reassembly. To your right, 2 more Rougarou cars, so you can see the different stages of assembly. The seat towers have been disassembled. Everything's clean, tested, ready to be put back together. Wheel assemblies still need to be completed, put back on. So again, on your right, I'm sure everyone's familiar with these here, just they look a little different. These are Witch's wheel cabins. They are being painted for this summer. These are the last 5 of 20 that have been disassembled, cleaned, structurally tested, ready to be sent over to the paint shop. When you go over to the paint shop, you'll see some that are in the process of being prepped for painting, and 5 that are completed painting waiting for reassembly. So you'll be able to see the difference from these to the finished product.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an old fantasy.
That? No, you're just seeing things. No, that's yep, that's there for a reason. Kind of yeah. No, that's actually going to be, Park Operations uses that as their test seat for their incoming employees. we have to make a modification to it to have it lockable so they can test to make sure it locks into the seat
Oh,
belt.
that's cool.
Right. That's why it's laying there on the ground, sitting sideways on a pallet. Yeah, I got to come up with a design to figure out how to make it lockable and everything. So yeah, that's why it's laying there on its side. It's like it's dead. But no, it's still alive. Okay. From this point on, you're going to go to the second half of the shop. Rob Warner, who is one of our other maintenance foremen, he's going to take over and show you the aero stuff that's going on down there. All right. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. We're going to go down some steps right here.
Well, that's the first shot.
Real nice guy.
Okay, this is the aero section here. Just came out of the BMM. Okay, Gemini there.
Rob, this is our aero coaster shop. We got a Gemini car going together there. Looks good.
Exactly.
Don't mind. What do you think?
Look at this magnet up there. Oh, the iron dragon upper carriage.
I see a lot of people.
Yeah, the ice there's still except for the difference is those forks have extender forks on them. The ones I drive don't, but I drove the ones.
They have a single.
Yeah, there are some.
Single force.
I've driven one.
There's still, we're still getting by after, the majority of them is still.
Will you guys have to do
I believe RMC actually builds them on one side, but yeah. For this year.
Yeah, it's the bag.
Then you gotta find storage. Right.
What are these right over here? What is these two?
Is that over there? Is that
Those are Geminis.
All right, guys, anyone have any questions for Rob before we move on? Good. All right, let's go ahead on. We're going to head. Thank you very much, Rob.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
Thank you, Rob.
We're going to head over to the paint shop. Right now we're walking out where a lot of our storage is, like you said. Gemini was just repainted for this season. All of Gemini trains are sitting right over there.
Oh, nice and covered up.
Hopefully they don't need it.
Oh, cool. I got a paint for a
Which looks fun, right? It's kind of like it's like an enterprise. Like it starts like this and then so it starts built up like this.
Is that right next to the Gemini? Or what?
Okay, folks, in this building from the yellow curtain this direction, we use for storage we also use as a staging area for the back shop. As the cars are disassembled, they'll bring them over here, and as they're going through all the NDT procedure, once that's all finished and they're ready for reassemble, they'll come back and get the cars, take them back over to the back shop and reassemble everything. You can see the slingshots over here, waiting to go in the back shop for rebuild. We have some Aero hitches, some Aero brakes. We have various pieces of upholstery over here. On the back shelf over here, we have some new coaster frames. In the boxes, we have some coaster bogies. The witches wheel cars, as you see, they're different places ready for repaint. On the other side of the yellow curtain is where the painters work.
Go ahead. I got the same idea.
You can see the witches wheel panels here. The ones on the pallet closest to us have been repainted and they're ready to go back to the front shop. They've got some putty on the others being sanded and repainted yet. The cars on the right hand side are being sanded so they can get them in the paint booth for primer and paint. We have some vehicles in the spring booth that are in primer. Then these panels here have been painted, they'll go back on a pallet like you see, and taken back over to the front shop for reassembly.
Yeah, it's a paper.
Oh, okay.
He said they use a primer on them right now.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, why don't you leave it?
We actually do most of our fiberglass work back over on the island. The body shop that you've seen in the main shop, okay? And then we have another shop out at P&D that we do a lot of our fiberglass work in. Okay. Yeah, usually the one end bay there, where the garage overhead door is, that's where he usually works. Any other questions?
Are those all the colors that are used in the park?
They are. You can see the writing there. They've had the year and the ride, and then the different colors.
That's kind of cool. Yeah. That's a genius idea there.
That's so cool.
Have you eliminated colors for you didn't like it anymore, or they wanted to change something?
Usually when there's a change in colors, that'll go through our planning and design shop.
Oh, wow.
They'll make the decision for that and how it sets in the area that the ride is.
So what have they just said? Oh, we don't want this kind of yellow. We want more. And then you no longer use that particular paint in the park at all.
Usually it's when they're trying to refresh a ride or something, sort of like they did Tiki Twirl a couple years back.
Mm-hmm.
That was all fresh colors on that.
Any other questions? Cool. Well, thank you very much.
All right, thanks,
Thank
folks.
you very much.
You're welcome. The ones that are sitting in the parking lot are ready to go out.
Some of them.
Thank you.
What? Where'd Sean go?
There he comes.
You guys have any questions or anything? This is kind of our last stop on our way out, so the last little bit of the tour.
Okay.
Oh, I had a question. How much do you guys use, like, of this shop when the season's in sight?
Not very much.
Okay.
Just because since everything's already on property, we just use like where you saw the maintenance shop earlier. That's the main shop during the season.
Okay. So if you have to, maybe you might have to take one car off and then bring it back here real quick. And
That would probably actually just still go to that shop too.
Oh, okay.
If that had to happen, yeah.
Gotcha.
Cool. Let that on out.
Hey, look, this is where they keep extra fences.
Yeah.
Here's all the railings and fences and everything.
This is where they tell you don't sit on the rail.
Yeah.
If you find yourself sitting on a rail, please sit and get down. Hey, there's some pieces missing here.
Oh.
Somebody wants you, Peggy.
Huh?
Somebody wants you.
Yeah, it's wrong number too. Oh, gatekeeper.
That's gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Main Street, look, the Main Street cars here.
Oh, now that's picture worthy right there.
How'd that happen?
So these must be ready to go.
You guys use parts of it for like Blue Street?
Oh, there's the old Main Street car sitting back there.
Oh, so they get. Oh, okay, so they even further right.
Not quite sure to be honest.
That probably makes. That probably makes sense if they did. I'm sure you guys use the lead cars though for props for Halloween weekends though. I mean, I saw the green train.
Oh yeah, the green train. That'll probably stay up there.
Well, no, that yellow lead car on Main Street, what are they gonna use it for?
I actually am not quite sure.
What car is that? You know what?
Yeah.
You know, this should let Henry, Main Street Henry have it.
Oh,
He's,
yeah.
he's the one that's got over 16,000 ride on it.
Yeah,
That would have been good for Henry to have.
that would.
He deserves something, you know, from all those rides he's done on the Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
I give him the full credit for it, especially when the Main Street got so rough. That's so cool.
Of course. Yeah. Hope you guys had a great day. Great. Have a great one. We'll see you this summer.
We'll look forward to all the new
Oh, trust me, that's not even a quarter of what's new this year. We have a lot of new things this year. So,
Excuse me, guys.
yeah, it does by shock too, to be honest. So, but yeah, we have a lot of new things in store.
Hey, Sean.
Good day.